Trick or treat, Stockport County cannot be beat. What's going to happen in the League 2 this week? Well, stand by because my predictions are coming at you right about now. Video today, we're taking a look at match day number 16, of course, in the EFL League 2, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and smash the old subscribe, boys and girls. Your one-stop shop for League 2 is right here. We've got predictions coming out the yin-yang, and of course, make sure you like this video, of course, if you like EFL League 2 content, not necessarily me, but of course, if you like League 2 content, if you smash the like, you're going to make the YouTube algorithm work for you. Algorithm work for you, that's right. So if you like this, and like prediction shows, and not just me, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for you. This is for you, you're making it work for you. Anyway, of course, make sure you smash the like and subscribe. A whopping 78% of you are not subscribed, guys, and we want to change that. And of course, what we want to change is, of course, the state of League 2, of course. Goodness gracious me, Stockport County, Notts County, and Wrexham, EFL FC are in the automatics. If the season was to end today, they would be going up to League 1. Goodness gracious me, but we'll see all that in a minute. And again, big shout out to the VIPs. They're the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But anyway, let's recap the games in a double match week, of course, and see how we all got on. First and foremost, my picks. Then, of course, we'll have a look at the old thing. And I got a bit of bad news for you guys. So we'll see. We'll talk about the bad news. It was not really bad news. It's just disturbing news. Anyway, so here we go then. Crewe picked up a loss against Stockport County. Big win for Stockport County. A big threat that was. Crewe 2-0 win for them on the in the end. I went with the draw myself. Salford with a 3-0 win over Doncaster. I went with the 2-1 win myself. Morecambe with a 1-0 win over Tranmere. Got the one spot on the nose. Walsall with a draw against Crawley. Got the one spot on the nose. Barrow with a 2-0 win on the road against Forest Green, the Vegans. I went with the 1-0 win myself. Meanwhile, Colchester 3-2 winners over Grimsby down the foot of the table. I went with a 2-1 win. Mansfield comfortably done against Harrogate. 4-1 win there. We scored 8. 2-0 win in the end was my pick. MK Dons with a 4-1 win over Bradford. I went the other way. Notts County 3-0 winners over Newport County in the Battle of the Ends. I went with a 2-1 win myself. Gillingham with a 1-0 away win against Swindon. Good result there. 2-0 win for me. Accrington Stanley, chaos again last weekend. 4-2 win though. Business as usual over Wimbledon. I went with a 1-0 win myself for Wimbledon. And of course, Wrexham 2-1 winners over Sutton. 3-0 win in my eyes. So let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3. Oh shoot, 3. I got 3 there. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the magic number. 6 would have got me, of course. Second was Shane O'Donnell and Eman Hussein. Now, before we go on to the next screen, if you don't see your name on here, then you submitted your predictions late, folks. Your prediction, and I don't take that. Sometimes you might squeak through with some late predictions. I might not catch it, but I did catch a couple this week that were late. So if your name's not there, then you missed the deadline, of course. So you got to be prompt. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying you were late. Because there's no point putting the predictions in after the score lines, if you know what I mean. So so just bear that in mind. So again, this is the table now, of course. As you see, Andy now 76 points up there with James BCC FC, whatever. He's up there. Top bins, Russell Frost, and then the chasing pack, of course. But the table looks like this. There's a real deal table over in League 2. Stockport County 2 points clear over Notts County, and of course Wrexham up there in 27 points. Stockport County look good as gold right now. Notts County okay as well, 4 points clear over the chasing pack. Mansfield are in there. Crewe, Stanley, of course, Gillingham fighting back a little bit. Morecambe are in the mix as well. It is very, very tight. Forest Green Rovers are going down at the moment. Could be double relegation on their hands. Sutton United also in a big bit of trouble as well. It's very interesting top and bottom. Some interesting names down the bottom here, but of course some really good ones at the top. But anyway, this is the link, cut/League 2. Of course, we are getting around to the next games, and these are them, of course, and they're coming at you this weekend in is it a double match? I don't think it's a double match week. But anyway, let's get into it. Stanley up against Colchester United coming at you on October the 28th. Of course, all of these games take place at the same time. Played each other 7 times, 2004. We got 5 wins for Stanley. We got 1 win for Colchester and 1 draw. Biggest win for Stanley was a 3. Slow it down, Dirk. Slow it down. We are talking about Stanley and Colchester. It's Halloween. I'm trying to put you on the edge here. Of course, 5 wins for Stanley, 1 win for Colchester, and 1 draw. Biggest win for Accrington Stanley, 3-1 win, scoring 10 goals in the 7 games, 1.43 goals a game on average. Colchester, their biggest win, their only win, was a 2-1 win, scoring 5 goals in 7 games, 0.71 goals a game. The visitors, just 2 wins of the last 6, 33% form for them right now. I think they're managerless at the moment, 21 in the table, 13 points on the board right now. Stanley looking okay, 6th in the table, 26 points on the board, 5 wins on the bounce. Of course, the owner must tell everyone the club's for sale every week because they've been on a red hot form at the moment. And of course, last time played each other in Accrington was a 1-0 win for Stanley. That's back in November 2018. That was in the FA Cup. Last time played each other in Stanley in the league, that was way back in August 2017. It was a 3-1 win for Accrington as well. Stanley, of course, won 4-5 in the bounce in this fixture. 23-20 is your host, 5-2 is your draw, 9-4 is your away win. We are going 2-0 win. Stanley continuing where they left off. Colchester remain in trouble. Barrow up against Salford in a bit of a ding-dong in the northwest. Play each other 9 times to 2018. 1 for Barrow, 5 for Salford, and 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Barrow, 3-2 win, scoring 8 goals in the 9 games, 0.89 goals a game. Biggest win for Salford, 2-0 win, scoring 14 goals in the 9 matches, 1.56 goals a game. The visitors, 58% form for them right now, winning 3 of the last 6, 13 in the table, and 20 points on the board right now. Barrow, 42% form for them right now, just a 1 win in 6. However, 1 defeat in the past 5. They are 11th in the table with 21 points right now. Last round in Barrow is a draw, 1-1 it was back in February 2023, but the odds here, 2019 on is your Barrow, 13-5 is your draw, 11-4 is your away win. Of course, going to back Barrow with a squeaky bum here, 1-0 win, get the 3 points, and remaining in the mix for maybe a push for playoffs. Doncaster Rovers, of course, I tipped them to do well this season. They need to get going. Still under Grant McCann, of course. Played each other 13 times, 2003, with 8 wins for Doncaster, 5 for Grimsby, and 0 draws. Biggest win for Doncaster, 5-1 win, scoring 31 goals in 13 matches, 2.38 goals a game. Up against Grimsby, who are in trouble right now. Their biggest win was a 2-1 win, scoring 20 goals in 13 matches, 1.54 goals a game. They are 25% form for them right now, 20 for the table, and 14 points on the board right now. 4 defeats on the spin. Up against Doncaster, 50% form for them right now, 3 wins and 3 defeats for the last 6, 18 for the table, and 17 points on the board. So, of course, a bit of a crunch clash here. Grimsby could leapfrog Doncaster with a win and a little bit of luck going their way. Last time around, over at the Keep, was 2-1 win for Grimsby back in April 2023, but the odds here, 5-4 is your Doncaster, 13-5 is your draw, 2-1 is your Grimsby here. Going to go with a 2-1 win, Doncaster at home, making another push for mid-table. Gillingham right now up against Newport County. Gillingham trying to hold on for at least playoff spot. Keith Millen still at charge. Is he permanent? Let me know in the comments down below. Played each other 3 times, 2019, nothing for Gillingham, 3 for Newport, and 0 draws. Gillingham scored just 4 goals in those 3 matches, 1.33 goals a game. Up against Graham Coughlin's Newport County ex-Rover there. 6-3 win, their biggest, 10 goals scored in 3 matches, 3.33 goals a game. Newport County, though, 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in 5, 19 for the table, and 15 points on the board. Up against Gillingham, 2 wins the last 6, though, 7 for the table, and 25 points on the board. They're on 33% form for them right now. Last round, they're over at Priestfields, I think. Is that what they call it? 2-1 win it was for Newport County. That was back in April 2023. But the odds here, 2019 on is your Gillingham, 5-2 is draw, 29-10 is the away win. Going to give it to Gillingham here. 2-0 win for them, making it keep themselves in the mixer for playoffs in a bit of a rock and roll kind of season so far. Meanwhile, Morecambe up against Wimbledon, of course, both sides in the playoff discussion, coming at you again in the northwest. Played to the 12 times, 2011, 4 wins apiece and 4 draws. Biggest win for Morecambe, 5-2 win, scoring 20 goals in 12 matches, 1.67 goals a game. Wimbledon, though, a 2-0 win there, biggest, 16 goals scored in 12 matches, 1.33 goals a game. Wimbledon, though, without a win in 4 now, 50% form for them over the last 6. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. 10th for the table with 22 points on the board. Up against Morecambe, who are unbeaten in the last 6 games, winning 5 of the last 6. 92% form for them right now. They're doing business right now. 8 for the table and 24 points on the board right now. Last round at Morecambe was a 7-goal thriller going in favour of Wimbledon. That was back in September 2021. That was in League One. The odds right here right now. We're looking at Morecambe coming at you. I can't even bloody see it. There it is. 2-1 is your Morecambe. 23-10 is your draw. 11-8 is your Wimbledon. Back in Morecambe again. Squeaky bum 1-0 win, just enough. Get the 3 points and keep themselves in the playoff chit chat. Relegation threatened vegans up against Crawley Town are on the slump as well. Played 24 times in 2004, 9 wins apiece and 6 draws. Of course, biggest win for the vegans, 6-3 win, scoring 31 goals in 24 matches, 1.29 goals a game. Crawley, though, their biggest win was a 3-0 win, scoring 34 goals in 24 matches, 1.42 goals a game. Winners in 5 right now. Crawley, 25% form for them right now, 12th in the table and 21 points on the board. The vegans picking up a couple of wins though over the last 3, 23rd in the table though, 10th points right now, 33 points, 33% form for them heading into this last round. Over in Forest Green was that 6-3 victory back in August 2021. That was in League 2. The Vegans coming at you with 5-4 for the victory here. 21-10 is your Crawley. 5-2 is the draw here. Going with that draw, 1-1 in the end. Forest Green, I think they're in trouble here with a bit of a mishmash stuff. Ever since Rob Edwards left, bringing in Duncan Ferguson last time around, didn't work out there. They brought in a female coach over the summer, which was a bit of a publicity stunt, and now they have not really bounced back from all of that mess, really. Harrogate Town against Crewe Alexandra. Of course, played each other twice in 2022. Nothing but Harrogate, one for Crewe, and one draw. Of course, Harrogate, no wins, but a couple of goals in those two games, a goal apiece on average. Meanwhile, Crewe's biggest win was a 3-0 win. In fact, they've scored 5 goals in those two matches against Harrogate, averaging on 2.5 goals a game. Crewe, though, 50% form for them right now, won 3 and lost 3. They are 5th in the table with 26 points on the board. Up against Harrogate, who are 17th in the table with 19 points on the board. 33% form for them right now, 2 wins of the last 6. Last time around in Harrogate was a 2-2 draw. Goodness gracious me. That was back in February 2023. But the odds here, Harrogate are 50-8 for the victory, 11-8 is your Crewe, 5-2 is your away win. Back in Crewe here, 2-1 win for them on the road, because they are real contenders for playoffs, if not more than that. Mansfield Town are contenders as well, and they're up against Walsall. Played each other 10 times in 2006. 4 wins for Mansfield, 3 for Walsall. 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Mansfield, 2-0 win, scoring 12 goals in 10 matches, 1.20 goals a game. Walsall on the flip side, biggest win for them, 4-0 win, scoring 14 goals in those 10 matches, 1.40 goals a game. Walsall, 1 win in 6 at the moment, unbeaten though in the last 3, 14th for the table and 20 points on the board. Up against Walsall, 3 wins on the bounce, unbeaten in the last 6, 4th in the table and 26 points on the board right now, 75% form. Of course, last round in Mansfield was a 2-1 win for Mansfield back in October 2022. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Mansfield beat Walsall at the Bescott back in October 2019. But the odds here, 2-1 on is your Mansfield. Red hot, 16-5 is the draw, 11-2 is your win. We're back in the host. We're sticking with the bookies and we're sticking with the form book. 2-0 win for me for Mansfield on this one, taking the points and moving on. MK Dons, of course, up against Swindon. MK Dons with Mike Williamson, I believe. Is he in charge full time? We'll of course confirm that. Let me know down below if you are an MK Dons fan. Played 27 times in 1993. Got 14 wins for MK Dons, 7 wins for Swindon and 6 draws. Of course, biggest win for MK, 5-0 win, scored 48 goals in 27 matches, 1.78 goals a game. Up against Swindon, 4-1 win, their biggest, 30 goals scored in 27 matches, 1.11 goals a game. Just 1 win in 6 over Swindon right now, hit a bit of a rough patch, 9th in the table and 23 points on the board. Up against MK, 16th for the table with 19 points on the board, of course, 33% form for them right now, 1 win in 6 also. Last round over at Stadium MK was a 5-0 win for the Dons, or MK Dons, whatever you want to call them. Back-to-back wins for them over Swindon. They were both in League 1 and they scored 9 goals in those 2 games combined. Of course, last round, actually, bookies odds 30-1-20 is your MK Dons, 5-2 is the draw, and 13-8 is your Swindon. I've gone with MK Dons here to continue that goal scoring spree against Swindon, who are on a bit of a rough patch themselves, but I think they've got a new manager. I'm not too sure. So going with a new manager bounce for MK Dons on this one. But there we have. This is the belter, the Bobby Dazzler. It's Notts County, it's Wrexham. Promotion rivals over the past couple of seasons, and both getting over the line last season from the Vanarama National League, and both doing well, 2nd and 3rd in the league. So let's get into it. Notts County up against Wrexham. Deadpool FC, 17 times they played just since 2003. We've got 9 wins for Notts County, 5 for Wrexham, and 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Notts County, 3-1 win, scoring 21 goals in 17 matches, 1.24 goals a game. Up against Wrexham, their biggest win, 3-2 win, scoring 16 goals in 17 matches, 0.94 goals a game. Wrexham unbeaten in the last 6 games, 83% form for them right now. 3rd in the table with 27 points on the board right now. Meanwhile, Notts County are 58% form for them right now. Back-to-back wins, of course. What we're looking at, just 2 wins the last 5. 2nd in the table and 30 points on the board right now. Last time around, over at Notts County was a 1-0 win for Notts County back in October 2022. Meanwhile, the odds here, 29-20 for the hosts here, 13-8 is your away win, 11-4 is the draw, and unfortunately, that's where I'm going on this one. Cannot separate 2 sides at the moment. I think Wrexham are red hot on the road. If this was in Wales, I would go with Wrexham, but I just think Wrexham will not lose this game. That's my mentality. I think Notts County is still the better side, but I just think form and I just fancy Wrexham not to lose this one. I think Notts County can potentially lose this. So that's where I'm laying my hat on the spooky spectacular. Meanwhile, the leaders, Stockport County up against Tranmere, of course, coming at you over at Stockport. Played 21 times in 1987, got 5 wins for Stockport, 8 wins for Tranmere and 8 draws, of course. Biggest win for Stockport, 3-1 win, scoring 23 goals in 21 21 matches, 1.10 goals a game. Tranmere, though, their biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 29 goals in those 21 matches, 1.38 goals a game. Tranmere are in trouble, of course. 4 defeats on the spin, 25% form for them right now, 10 points on the board. Up against Stockport, 6 wins on the bounce, 100% form for them right now, 32 points on the board, and they're top of the bins. Of course, last round in Stockport back in February 2023, 3-2 win it was for Stockport, and of course the bookies back them convincingly, 3-1 on are your hosts, 4-1 draw, 70-2 is your away win. Going with it as well, 3-0 win, comfortably done, and remaining tip at the top of the table. And then Sutton United up against Bradford City, of course, coming at you over at Sutton. Played each other 4 times in 2021, nothing for Sutton, 3 wins for Bradford, 1 draw, of course. Sutton, of course, 4 goals scored in those 4 games, of course, that's a goal a game on average. Meanwhile, Bradford, biggest win, 4-1 win, scoring 11 goals in those 4 matches, 2.75 goals a game. Just the 1 defeated past 5 for Bradford, 58% form for them over the last 6, 50 for the table, and 20 points on the board. Up against Sutton United, 3 defeats on the spin, they are rock bottom, 24th in the table, and 7 points on the board. Last round at Sutton was a 2-0 win for Bradford back in November 2022, but the odds here 2-1 is your Sutton, 23-10 is your draw, 11-8 is your Bradford. Going with the visitors here to 1-0 win, 1-0 win for Bradford City, and of course that will complete my pack, guys. There it is in black and white and a little bit of colour to showcase you what's happening on this spooky, spectacular Halloween weekend. And of course, if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. Stockport County remain tip at the top of the table, Notts County and Notts County remain in second. Wrexham tumbling down to all the way down to 6 with that draw. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Yes. It's true, it's legit. Mansfield moving into the top 3, going down Tranmere and Sutton. Would you Adam and Eve it? Of course, don't forget, guys, to like the video. Of course, make sure the YouTube algorithm works for you, and also make sure you subscribe. Of course, a whopping 78% of you are not subscribed, guys. We want to get those numbers up a little bit or down a bit, whichever way you want to look at it. And of course, don't forget to be safe out there if you're trick or treating, especially if you're a Sutton and Tranmere fan, because it's looking dodgy for you down there at that moment. But anyway, till then, subscribe, smash the old likey, and of course, I'll see you soon for the next.